Hello friends, welcome to GVK Academy channel. Today we are discussing fluid mechanics question series, fluid dynamics part 1. First question, the equation dou u by dou x plus dou v by dou y equal to 0 represent two-dimensional compressible continuity equation. Option B, two-dimensional incompressible continuity equation. Option C, two-dimensional compressible momentum equation. Option D, two-dimensional incompressible momentum equation. Solution. The above equation dou u by dou x plus dou v by dou y equal to 0. It represents the two-dimensional differential form of continuity equation. Then general differential form of continuity equation. Which can be written as dou rho by dou t plus dou rho u by dou x plus dou rho v by dou y plus dou rho w by dou z equal to 0. This represents the general differential form of continuity equation. For steady flow, dou rho by dou t equal to 0. Rho means density. And for incompressible flow, density will be constant. For incompressible flow, density will be constant. Therefore, for steady and incompressible flow, the differential form of continuity equation can be written as dou u by dou x plus dou v by dou y plus dou w by dou z equal to 0. This is three-dimensional differential form of continuity equation. So what is given? It is two-dimensional differential form of continuity equation. So two-dimensional, and here rho is not given, density is not given because density is constant. That means incompressible flow, and this is a continuity equation. So two-dimensional, incompressible and continuity equation. So option B is the correct answer. Next question. For an ideal and steady flow, the total energy of the fluid at a point is constant. This statement is given by Bernoulli's theorem. Solution. So total energy P by rho g plus V square by 2g plus z is equal to the total energy is constant, given by Bernoulli. Let's see the Bernoulli assumptions. Bernoulli's assumptions. First one is fluid is assumed as ideal. That is, viscosity is 0. Second assumption, flow is steady. Third assumption, flow is incompressible. Fourth one is flow is irrotational. Please remember this assumption. Next question. Navier-Stokes equation in fluid mechanics is derived from the. It is Newton's second law of motion. Remember it. Next question. Major losses in the pipe are due to. So, solution. Major losses due to friction, whereas minor losses due to fittings, pipe bends, sudden expansion or sudden contraction in the pipe. So from the question, major losses asking, so frictional is the right answer. So option B is the correct answer. Next question, if the bulk modulus of elasticity of the water is given as 2.2 into 10 to the power of 6 kilonewton per meter square, the speed of pressure wave is given by. Solution, given that bulk modulus is equal to 2.2 into 10 to the power of 6 kilonewton per meter square. We know that the formula of speed of pressure wave is also called as velocity of sound in fluid. The formula of this is under root bulk modulus by density of the fluid. The fluid in the question is water. So we need to keep this K in Newton per meter square. So 2.2 into 10 to the power of 9 by density of water is equal to 1000. So if you solve, we get it as 1483.2 meter per second. So option B is the correct answer. Next question, based on principle of conservation of energy, the equation derived for an ideal fluid is. Conservation of energy, it is Bernoulli equation, whereas continuity equation based on conservation of mass. Conservation of mass. So option A is the correct answer. Next question, the loss of head at the entrance in a pipe is. Solution, asking losses at the entrance of the pipe. Let's suppose it is a reservoir and there is a pipe connected to it, water in it, water is flowing like this, so it is the entrance. So due to sudden contraction there will be a loss. So what is that loss. So the formula to calculate the entrance loss will be V, sorry, not V, loss, head loss na. So HL is equal to 0.5 V square by 2G. This is for head loss at entrance. If asked head loss at exit of pipe, then diagram will be, let it, this is a pipe and this is a reservoir full of water. So from pipe the water is exiting into the reservoir. So due to this the head loss given will be V square by 2G. So in question they are asking the loss of head at the entrance. So option B is the correct answer. Next question. According to Bernoulli's equation, so Bernoulli equation, Z P by W plus V square by 2G. So option A is the correct answer. So we should remember also that what is P by W. W is the unit weight. So we call it as pressure energy per unit weight of fluid, or also called as pressure head. V square by 2G, it is called as kinetic energy per unit weight of fluid, or kinetic head, or dynamic head, or also called as velocity head. Z called as potential energy per unit weight of fluid, or potential head, or datum head, or also called as elevation head also. Coefficient of discharge is equal to, coefficient of discharge is equal to coefficient of contraction into coefficient of velocity. So option A is the correct answer. The value of coefficient of velocity compared to coefficient of discharge. So generally coefficient of velocity will be greater than coefficient of discharge. So option B is the correct answer. So let us see the values. Average value of coefficient of velocity will be 0.97, whereas CD coefficient of discharge value vary with instruments or equipments. For Venturi meter, the CD value ranges from 0.95 to 0.98. For orifice meter, it is between 0.6 to 0.65, whereas for nozzle meter ranges 0.8 to 0.85. You should remember all these points. There is a chance that directly these points will be asked as a question. The losses of head is the maximum in a pipe with a bend at an angle of 45, 90, 30, 60. So obviously if more bend means more losses will be there. So option B is the correct answer. Next question. Minor head loss in flow through pipe implies. So insignificant loss of head, small velocity of flow, local disturbance of flow, small coefficient of friction. So minor losses due to local disturbances. So local disturbances means local disturbance of flow that are bend in the pipe, fitting of the pipes, or sudden expansion or sudden contraction of the pipe. These are all local disturbances in the pipe. Due to this, there will be a minor losses. The major losses due to the frictional loss already discussed. So according to question, so option C is the correct answer. Next question. The hammer blow in pipe occurs when? So water hammer effect when will occur in the pipe, asking the question. So first option A, there is excessive leakage in the pipe. No. The pipe bursts under high pressure of fluid. It may be. The flow of fluid through the pipe is suddenly brought to rest by closing the valve. Yes, it is the correct answer. So fourth option given as the flow of fluid through the pipe gradually. No, not gradually. So the water hammer effect will be occur due to the when the flow of fluid, when we stop suddenly, there will be drastic increase in the pressure in the pipe. So that called as water hammer effect. So option C is the correct answer. Option B also given near to that, but option C is the more appropriate answer than the option B. So option C is the correct answer. Next question. The magnitude of water hammer depends on. So again water hammer concept. So it depends on length of pipe. Yes. Elastic property of the material. Yes. If more elastic the pipe, the water hammer effect will be less because some of energy will absorb by this material. And rate of stoppage, yes, if we close the gate gradually, the effect will be less. If we suddenly close, the pressure created will be more. So it is also depend on rate of stoppage of flow. So all the options are correct. Next question. The two pressures, static and dynamic, can be measured with an instrument called. Option A, differential manometer. No. Differential manometer measures difference in pressure at between 2 points in the manometer. Option B, combined probe. Yes, it is the right answer. Whereas transducer, it is a kind of pressure measurement device by electronically. And option D, hot wire anemometer. It measures wind speed and wind pressure. That's it for today. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, like it and share it. Join the GVK Academy Telegram group. Link is given in the description. I am sharing exam related PDFs in the Telegram group. Thank you.